Party people! Yeah!
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now.
Welcome back to the AST podcast. We're joined today by pretty much the director of operations for every single sport here at Amherst, Kelly Mannix. Kelly, what'd you average, like 50 points a game?
Something like that.
Yeah, playing, where'd you play? You played?
Delphi.
Adelphi. But no, happy to have you. So we'll jump right back into the recap here. What we have going on?
So a lot has happened since we last talked about Amherst Sports. All the spring teams have kind of gotten going. A lot of games been played. Baseball and softball went down to Florida. We'll jump right into baseball to start. You know, we talked with JP Pine, posted that interview with him, so we got a lot of insight from him. But baseball went down to Florida, played 8 games down there, 5-3, played a tough schedule while they were down in Florida. But they were pretty happy with the results that they had down there. You know, they averaged almost 9 runs a game, over 9 runs a game actually. So they're seeing the ball well, hitting the ball well.
We did, 1-2 NESCAC players of the week? I know they're
Joseph Palma was NESCAC player of the week
for his performance down in Florida.
down in Florida.
And then they played their first home game. Right, was it 2 days ago?
2 days ago against Brandeis.
Yeah, they had a perfect game going into the it was a 6th inning, right?
Yeah, through 5.
And we were sitting there like, you know, because we didn't know whether to announce it.
We wanted to go live,
but we didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah,
and then before we could even
things.
make a decision, you know, they got a hit and ended up winning 5. Brandeis won 5-4. So that was a tough one.
Yeah. So now baseball's 6-4. Played 2 games since they got back from Florida. So off to a good start. Big weekend this weekend. First NESCAC weekend. Wesleyan, who's always really good in our side of the league. So it's a big weekend to start NESCAC play.
Yep.
Certainly.
And then softball also was down in Florida. What was their record?
They were 9-3. Well, they were 8-2 in Florida, and now they're 9-3. They just split yesterday against WPI, so 9-3 overall. Had a good trip down in Florida. They've been off to a good start.
Who do they got coming up this weekend?
They've got Wesleyan as well.
Wesleyan as well.
Yeah.
So Kelly knows way more about this because she probably looked at it. But no, we got lacrosse too. You want to talk a little bit about men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse?
Yeah, playing Middlebury this weekend. The women are away, men are at home. Men off to a hot start, undefeated right now. I think they're 8-0.
8-0, number 2 in the country.
Yep, number 2 in the country.
That's tough.
They had a big week in Maryland. They went down to Stevenson for their spring break, and they beat RI2, who was then number 2.
RIT, who was number 2, and then they beat F&M too.
Yeah.
While they were down there, so.
Yeah, a couple.
That RIT game was sick.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was back and forth the entire game. I think unlike F&M, we jumped on them early. RIT jumped on us early, and then we went on like a 10-0 run.
Yeah, it was pretty unreal comeback and pretty exciting game to watch.
Yeah. Shout out Kelly Mannix had the dive of the year.
He did.
He had the dive of the week. They got posted, and that was sick. And then Evan Wolf is actually.
He is on a tear.
But he's the only Division III player up. I'm going to screw up this name for the award, but it's the
Tewarton.
That's what we're going to go with. It's
Tewarton watch list. I think it's 7 players throughout the country that are on it, and he's the only D3 guy on it. 8 games so far, 34 goals, 16 assists.
Yeah,
so you're looking at
numbers are wild.
That's not a bad stat.
You're looking at 50 points in 8 games.
Yeah, that's like Wayne Gretzky. Wayne, I know.
So shout out Evan Wolf. Keep that thing rolling. We'll be there watching this Saturday against Mid. Excited for that. It's supposed to be a nice day out, so it should be a good weekend.
I'm pumped to super fan it.
Well, we got 6.
We got softball, baseball, doubleheaders, men's lax. I think we have men's tennis at home, maybe
we do.
too.
It's a full weekend here in
that-
Amherst. So.
65 degrees Saturday and Sunday.
Pack a lunch.
Come down to some of the games.
Yeah.
Students, we could always use more students a game. So if you're around, beautiful day, check out some of the games this weekend. So we did kind of skip over women's lax. Women's lax has been off to a great start. 6-1 now. They've won 6 in a row. So great start for women's lax. They're number 13 in the country with wins over number 14 Bowdoin, number 18 William Smith, and a big one over TC&J, who was then ranked 11th. Claire Dunbar, similar to Evan Wolf, off to a really hot start. 18 goals, 11 assists through 7 games. So big stat line for Claire too. Shout out Claire.
Yeah, she's absolutely she's different. Like she's got some of the best vision I've seen. Like
reminds me of kind of like Matt Solberg and Kelly Mannix, but like she is the like ball handler for women's lacrosse. Like if you ever see us like get in trouble, we get the ball to her, and she either goes 1-on-1 or makes the right pass every single time. And I mean, like I think it was against TCNJ. She assisted or scored on the last 4 goals of the game when it was back and forth, and it was a close one going into the fourth. So she's doing great. I know we're getting 2 women back from injury as well, headed into this run of kind of NESCAC play. So it's really exciting. And shout out to Coach Paradis. Coach Chris Paradis just won her 300th game last night. They play
Westfield State.
State had a big win last night, and so 300. That's certainly not something to bastardize it. That's impressive. So congrats, Chris.
And they have Hannah Fox coming back.
Yeah. Athlete.
Basketball point guard.
Straight from the court right to the field, right into the lineup. Playing big minutes for lacrosse already, which is crazy.
She's a stud.
I think
she's fun to play.
I think she told Coach Moriarty and Coach Waxer, she was like, they were like, hey, like take a day or so, and she was like,
absolutely.
Can I practice? I guess.
Sure.
And she was out on
no days off.
No, she's another one of those players who's like, get the ball, put it in her stick, and watch her go.
Absolutely. So a lot of cool stuff happening with spring sports. Super excited as we get into NESCAC play with all these sports. So should be great to follow. Like we said, awesome weekend this weekend weather-wise. So get out and watch some games if you're on campus.
Can we look at some of the